Welcome into the Quest for 9 report. I'm Josh Eastern, coming to you from the Bell here in Lexington, Kentucky. A tough night for the Indiana Hoosiers. They suffer their worst loss on the road since 2016, where they lost 4-0 at Notre Dame. A 3-0 loss here tonight at Kentucky. It was J.J. Williams scoring his 8th goal of the season very early on in this game, and Coach Todd Yeagley said the team didn't react very well after that goal.
Goals change games, and I think there's no doubt we started the first minute and a half, we were right on them, had a kind of a good attack, and then it just kind of took the air out of the group, which surprised me with some of the experience that we have, that it affected the group that much. And Kentucky's good at what they do. I mean, we were a little bit caught a lot in between spaces today. They have no problem playing direct and playing for second balls, and I thought our midfield was either too high, taking away their build, and the second ball spacing was poor the first half. And we made some good corrections, I thought, as a group. Second half was much better, but when you're down 1 against a team that gets back pretty quickly, gets a lot of guys behind the ball, it's tough to break down. And it just took a little more urgency and a little sharper thoughts and just some better passing. We weren't very good at our connecting passes the first half too.
As the game moved on into the second half, chances were few and far between for Indiana. They still had a few good quality chances, though, later on in the second half, but it just was not meant to be here tonight in Lexington. Indiana now moves ahead to Michigan on Sunday, where Big Ten points will once again be at a premium.
We're going to get this one behind us fast. I mean, I'm not worried about this group. I mean, they've been in some battles. They've had some disappointment at different times. I just said, this is a tournament team, Kentucky, and I say we can't have little details slip away and go have that happen. And so I'm going to take responsibility. I don't think I prepared them well enough this week, and certainly I think our group could have been a bit sharper on the day, and it's a different result. But I'm not worried. I mean, they have a big game. When you have a loss, you want another big game to follow. It's ideal as a team, and that's what I wanted as a player. So no bigger game than Michigan on the road. It's going to be another really tough match.
We now welcome in Michael Ramirez for our Analyst Corner. Michael, just not a very good night for Indiana. What are your main takeaways from the night?
Well, IU really struggled to get on the front foot in this match. Obviously, giving up the first goal was huge for Kentucky and their momentum, but IU didn't really have it offensively. They struggled to make that final pass, the final touch, the final finish to get a goal up on the board. The rhythm wasn't really there in the midfield. They just kind of looked all out of sorts tonight. Indiana
moves ahead to now Michigan on Sunday. What do they need to fix going into that match?
Yeah, Coach Yeagley did say it best. They just need to put it behind them, put this one to bed, because Kentucky, they had a really, really good game tonight. He kind of coined it as their Super Bowl performance against Indiana. But yeah, Indiana just needs to move on, move past it. The Hoosiers have a really good opponent coming in with Michigan. They have to travel to Ann Arbor, so it's going to be a tough game. But I think if they go back to what made them work before, I think they'll be fine.
It should be a good game up in Michigan on Sunday, but we will talk to you after that game next week when Indiana faces Maryland. But for Michael, I'm Josh. We'll see you back in Bloomington.